Hello, I'm Wanderer001, and this is my review of NordVPN. Now, I'm going to start this off with saying, just like the thumbnail showed, this is not a sponsored, this is not a kickback video. I am making no money from NordVPN in any way, shape, or form, and the link that will be in the description is actually just to their generic site. With that out of the way, this is an actual non-subsidized user review of NordVPN, and that is one of the big troubling portions of Nord that I think a lot of people are a little discouraged with currently, is that when you go and watch a video for NordVPN, a lot of them are paid sponsorships, and that brings into question how reliable or how good the service actually is. Now, I am going to say that I did start using NordVPN around 2017 when they were doing a large push with advertisers, and I heard it on like all of my podcasts. There were a lot of features about it that I liked, and decided to move from using a free VPN service to an actual paid VPN service. Just keep in mind, most free VPN services, just like any other free service, you are the product, not the user. So, starting with NordVPN, you're going to notice this countdown timer here. And that's because their pricing is a little weird in that normally you can find a 75% off code somewhere. Even just logging into the website currently, this is what this countdown timer is. It started at 9 hours and I've been preparing for filming, so it's been going down. And that's to lower the price of NordVPN. So in fact, we're going to just come right to pricing here and it will jump us all the way to the pricing page. So what you can see here is if you grab a 3-year plan, you could get NordVPN for $2.99 a month. However, that's paying upfront $107. And then, 2-year plan, 1-year plan, and month-to-month. So you do have the month-to-month options. Obviously, it's not ideal to pay for something month-to-month, but if you're just testing it out, you could. They did at one time have a 30-day free trial period, but I believe they actually have stopped doing that because they said people were taking advantage of it. They do have a 30-day money-back guarantee still, but a lot of people were saying, and a lot of the reviews that have been coming up lately were saying that it was very difficult to cancel during this 30-day period. In fact, that's part of the reason PayPal used to be one of the ways that you could pay, but no longer can. You can still do credit card, Amazon, cryptocurrencies. Here you got a couple, Alipay, other, and then Union Pay. Now, we're going to go back to the main page here because I'm going to talk about a couple of reasons that I actually decided to go with Nord. I'm going to show you the app. I'm going to tell you about a speed test. I'm going to tell you about DNS leaking and all that stuff. So to start, one of the main reasons that I went with this, and in fact encouraged my father who was looking into VPNs, he was on the current ExpressVPN ad push that's been going on. One, Nord has up to 6 devices that can simultaneously connect using the VPN service. For my wife and I, that's both of our cell phones, both of our laptops, and still leaves us 2 free if we need it, which was great. They also offer, and we'll just scroll down the page here. So there you go, 6 devices. But they offered almost all the platforms that I needed: Android, Windows, Apple, Mac OS, Firefox, and Chrome. These are extensions that you can have at the browser level too, which is great. Now, another reason that I chose Nord primarily was the amount of servers it had and the location. So as you can see, currently it has 5,200 servers in over 60 countries. It has gone up since I've started, so you're pretty much going to be set with whatever you're looking for. So what we're going to do is I'm going to quickly tell you about speed tests that I ran, and I did these on the mobile app. Now, they do have the mobile app, like I said, for Android. I will say this: if you are going to use the mobile app, make sure that if you have a screen overlay of any type, meaning Twilight, something like that, that you turn that off first, because it had issues when I are installing it and Twilight was on. So here you're going to see flashing up on the screen is speed test I did from my mobile device, showing that I got 83.6 megs down and 36.3 megs up when I did not have the VPN on. And when I had the VPN on, I got 58.7 megs down and 34.6 megs up. Now, that's pretty good, all things considered. There are a lot of servers and different types of servers, which I'll show you in a moment, that can change these speeds, whether they be worse or better. But just to kind of prove that Nord is doing what it's saying it's doing. So here we got a DNS test. So we're going to start this, and I currently do not have the VPN on. So you can see, here you go. It's showing the DNS that I'm currently attached to. Here we're going to refresh this one. So here you go. It is proving that nothing is currently blocked. And this one takes a little longer to do, so I don't know if I'll necessarily show all of it, but here you go. It is clearly not blocking because here's a whole bunch of hops that the DNS is going through. Now I'm going to quickly pop over to Nord. This is on the Windows side. There is a quick connect, which I'm going to use currently, which will just connect you automatically to the fastest server, which is really good. So if you don't want to have to go and pick your server, quick connect, and it will do it based on your region. So wherever you actually physically are located is the server that it will try and connect to first. So we're going to come back over here and I'm going to retest. And then we wait. And here you go. So clearly that is not the same. Likewise, also not the same. And this one looks a heck of a lot shorter if we do this. So we're just going to give that a moment. And I know it makes for great viewing. So I will tell you, I've done this several times. This is the only one that will pop up when doing this. Not necessarily same address because, well, I'm using Quick Connect server, but you can tell it's not leaking your DNS. Now we're going to come over and actually show you the NordVPN again. I'm going to do a disconnect. So there you can see it's shut down. It gives you this kind of cartoony look of the world. And on the mobile device, what happens is if you hover over these on the computer, you get to know where they are. On the mobile device, you don't have that option because if you touch it, it will automatically quick connect you to that region. So if you fail geography and have no idea, regions that you're not familiar with, you may not be connecting to the correct server using a quick connect. Over here on the left-hand side, this is kind of the meat and potatoes of what you're going to do. So over here, you've got recent servers that you have connected to. I'm going to collapse that menu. You've got favorites. So if you do decide to server hunt to find the fastest server, that's how you can save them and they'll show up there. And it keeps opening those menus on me. You have specialty servers. Now, these are a lot of specific servers that Nord offers. So you have P2P, dedicated IP, double VPN, and onion over VPN. So if you need extra security, this is pretty much like, I want to say like the turducken of VPN, but it's a VPN within a VPN. Likewise, using the onion router or the Tor router over a VPN service for those that really feel that they need it. You can also select by region. So if we scroll down and come to the United States, you have 3 dots here. You can click on that and you can select region. You can select fastest, and you have locations if you don't want to just do the fastest. Likewise, they have a secondary where it will show you servers. So you'll notice that there is a server number. It doesn't show you the location, but it does show you the load here. And this is how many people are on that server. So depending on where the server is actually located, so you can try and do server located in New York, and then you can come up here, and then it shows you these are the servers located in New York. Now, you'll notice that a lot of these servers that are closer to me have a heavier load. So not always will the closest server be the best server, but you also saw there's little hearts there. So that's how you could also add it to your favorites and you would connect and then you'd be protected. Now, over in the settings, it has some extra features, which is kind of nice. You've got your software update. CyberSect is kind of like their malware antivirus. I just keep that on. You have the option to start Nord at startup, which is really good if you need to be connected. So in my case, when I travel, I turn this on because as soon as I hit the Wi-Fi, I want to make sure that my computer is going through a VPN. Internet kill switch is kind of commonplace now. What it means is if Nord has an issue, it will automatically disconnect you from Wi-Fi. So you wouldn't be able to do anything online because you're not connected. This invisibility on land is kind of nice. So if you're on something that automatically starts looking for your computer, if this is turned on, other people on the network won't be able to see it. App kill switch, this is kind of cool. You can create, based on a list here, a specific app that you want to kill, and there'll be a kill switch for it. They have upgraded this. It used to be that you could turn off system required apps and you could blue screen your computer. They've since fixed that so you can't do that. Notifications, you saw it popping up over here in the right-hand corner, and then start app minimized. I don't start the app minimized. I like it to pop up so I can pick the screen. You can see right down there in my system tray, that's how it would be if it was minimized. Auto connect, so that's just it. If you want to auto connect, you would say, yes, I want to auto connect. Auto connect, you can select. I want to be either these regions, I want this specific server. And then if you chose one, you can select a preferred region. So if I did a double VPN, it will automatically pick the best for me, but we're not going to do that. Advanced settings, so here you have your protocol. You have TCP versus UDP. You can have your custom DNS. You can have obfuscated servers. So again, turn that on, and then diagnostics if you run into issues. My account shows you when you started using it and when your bill is due, as well as the name, the email that's associated with it. So a lot of what I'm talking about is kind of under the impression that you already know what a VPN is for, and you're just kind of looking into Nord. So far, like I said, I've been using it since 2017. I really like it. One of the things that I never actually tried doing, but did for the purposes of this test, was region stuff. So if you were to come to like a Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon Video, and we're trying to find something like Star Trek. So here, this is the US version of Netflix. You'll notice these are the Star Treks that I can find. They don't have Star Trek Discovery. But if we come over to Europe and take a flight, wink, wink, so to speak, we'll wait for that to connect to its fastest server. And obviously this is a little further, so it took a little longer to do. But we come back up here. We refresh Netflix. Oh, look, Star Trek Discovery is there now. Similarly, if we wanted Doctor Who, well, here we go. BBC Doctor Who is listed here. But if we go back and disconnect from our European server, come back to Netflix and refresh, well, Doctor Who is no longer there. So aside from a level of security and privacy, you can also unlock region lock content, which is a good idea for those that want to watch what they want to watch, when they want to watch it, where they want to watch it. So all in all, I have actually been reasonably satisfied with Nord. I know there's a lot of people that say, well, because of their return policy and you can get faster servers on another service and the pricing model is just really weird, that they don't like it. For me, I like the simplisticness of this. It makes it easier for non-tech people to get into this. I also have found, especially with high congestion times for my internet provider, that and that's why I had specific favorite servers up here, that if I chose these favorite servers, I could actually bypass throttling that was happening by my ISP because it didn't know what kind of traffic was going through it. So there's a lot of reasons to like NordVPN. I'm going to throw out there the fact that they have the double VPN is nice. CyberSec, not everybody needs it, but it's a nice way to prevent malware from accidentally coming to your computer. You might not specifically be a person that has that issue, but I can tell you how many family members, even though I had stuff on their computer, they turned it off. So something like this would help them. The fact that you can do P2P, the fact that you can bypass Netflix and other region lock content if necessary, and the no logging policy. Now, a no log policy is very important for a VPN. Yes, there are specific logs that are kept with this VPN, but mainly it's just when you accessed and when you disconnected from the service. That's it. They don't know where you went. They don't know how, well, they know how long you were there for, but they don't know where you went, so they can't provide that information should it be requested. That's one of the things that you have to think about, especially these free VPNs. They do keep logs on you, and that could be problematic for some. Not saying everybody is worried about, where they're getting their Linux ISOs being shown to people, but there are people out there who do find that to be a concern. So if you're willing to pay up front the $107 for the quote-unquote time-gated thing, again, you go on YouTube, do a quick search after you watch this video for NordVPN reviews. Like, I know Casey Neistat, Boogie, they all have codes that'll get you 75% off if this timer doesn't automatically start for you. Realistically, there's no reason to pay full price for this. That's one of the benefits. It is one of the cheapest options if you can swallow the 3-year plan up front. It has the most simultaneous connections as of filming date. And for me, the speeds are fine. Like you saw, 53 megabits down is enough to stream Netflix and not have any problems. Now, I know this isn't quite as technologically in-depth as some other reviews out there, but I'm trying to make this more accessible to more people who might just be starting to think about, a VPN. I'm pretty much considering this, I'm telling my father all the stuff that I told him when he was looking at a VPN. So I hope you have found this helpful in some way, shape, or form. If you want a more technologically in-depth review of this, just let me know in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to do that. So I have been Wanderer001. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the area below. And as always, thanks for watching.